we're going to put Gary on the hot seat. So Gary, answer these questions for me as soon as possible or as quick as possible. And if you need to expound a little bit, feel free to do so. So starting out or starting over, what would you do differently?
I would not try to repeat the wheel. I tried to do it thinking I was smarter, and I should have actually early on, I should have gotten a CEO coach like we would do at any professional athlete or musician or movie star. I would have had a CEO coach faster to hold me accountable, keep me on track. Number one. Number two is I would have gone out faster and just found what works and repeat it, because I probably spent too long trying to figure things out on my own. Second thing I would say is really understanding the concept of leverage. And most people know the concept of using other people's money, but leveraging other people's time and experience and resources and not trying to do everything myself. I've seen almost everybody in this business repeat the same mistake. They try to do everything themselves. And you have to understand that real estate is a finance game and it's a game of leverage. And if you're not leveraging other people and hiring $10 an hour people, you're never going to have a life. You're never going to have financial freedom. So it is a leverage game, leveraging other people, so that's what I'd say.
All right. What is one characteristic you believe any high achieving producer needs to have in order to be successful?
Laser focus.
Laser focus. Okay.
Yep. Laser focus and commitment. Second thing is you have to know your why and have a plan. And you have to know your why, not the how. Why are you doing real estate, and what is it going to do for you before you start figuring out the how? The how is the easy part. You got to figure out the why. Are you looking for freedom of time? And you need to be focused on that. Most people don't even realize they're 7 houses, single family houses, away from complete financial freedom. So a lot of people are focused on flipping 100 houses a year, making 10 million bucks. It's your 7 houses. People focus on that. It's around the passive income, and ultimately having 7 free and clear houses. And faster the light bulb comes on, the faster to financial freedom.
Okay.
That's the focus, not the 100 flips.
Perfect. Give us a good book recommendation. I know you have your book that's coming out, The Freedom Code. What other book would you recommend for someone to read to inspire them, give them more energy, or some technical guidance?
Yeah, I'm going to give 3.
Okay.
You're going to have different audiences. I think people that don't understand, that are fairly new, they're still very new. I would say 3 Feet from Gold.
Okay.
3 Feet from Gold by Greg Reed or Sharon Reed, the Napoleon Hill Foundation. I'm actually in that book at the very end, but most of us are 3 feet from gold. The second one is if you're trying to build a real business, real estate business, Traction by Gino Wickman. And then the third is selling, because there's a sale in everything we do, even in marriage. I always say, if you don't know that there was a sale in marriage, you were probably the one that got sold. There is a sale. And the best book, very simple, easy read, I've probably given out 2,000 copies. It's called Samurai Selling.
Okay.
Samurai Selling. And it's really relationship building and understanding that sales is a relationship and service, and you service the seller and you understand that concept and build a solution to them, you will be massively rewarded. So those are the 3 books, not just one.
All right. Sounds great. So Gary, before we go here, man, tell us how we can find you, how we can connect with you. Where can we go to learn more about you?
Realestateinvestor.com is probably the easiest one. I have a podcast that's been running for about 3.5 years. It's called Realestateinvestor.com Huddle.
Okay.
Real estate, and we've been doing it. We probably release 1 or 2 modules a week. Simple lessons, a lot of interviews from experts. Realestateinvestor.com Huddle. And then, of course, I gave you the cell phone, and I will give everybody a free copy of the Freedom Code is. It's been on my bucket list for a decade, and people have said it's really been an amazing life changer for them that have read it so far.
All right, so there you go, guys. So you already know you can dial 925-320-0575. Use the promo code Marcus. And that way you can get tons of free content and tons of free things from Gary. And then Gary is also giving you the book, The Freedom Code. So you better use that number wisely so you can get what you need in order to get started or to advance your real estate investing career. So Gary, before we go, man, in parting, what is some words of inspiration that you can give someone that may be a little bit stuck or maybe in that pivot period and don't know what else to do next?
You know, Henry Ford has probably one of my favorite quotes, and he said, if you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. And that's been highly inspiring for me. And if you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right.
There you go. So guys, it's all about that mindset. It's all about that belief. Gary gave us some excellent tips on marketing, really laid it out for you guys so you'll know what to do. You got some free resources that's coming to you if you text that number. I'm going to make sure everything is in the show notes. So if you're listening, if you're 30,000 feet above in the air and you don't have YouTube to see us, you can always go down to the show notes on the website to get that information. So Gary, I really want to appreciate you, man, for coming on. Thank you so much. You added some quality content and some inspiration to myself, as well as I believe our listeners.
Awesome, Marco. It's really great hanging out and with all of your loyal listeners. Look forward to meeting and possibly servicing some of you with realestateinvestor.com.
All right. Thank you, Gary. Thank you so much. Guys, you know what to do. You got the information. Take action, take action, take action. Get out there, find what you need, and make sure you implement those things that you find. So always remember to enjoy the journey.